Yo, D, the coast is clear, B. Let me, without further ado, bring into the cipher our guest of the hour, man. We've been fucking playing nothing but my man's joints for the last 20 minutes. I
What's
don't
going on?
doing good, brother. I don't I do it a certain way on my show. This is a show of MCs for producers, for hip hop heads. So in a cipher, nobody introduces the MC. The MC comes in and introduces himself. So I only got 3 questions, man. Who you is, where you from, and what you rep. Word player.
My dude, Daniel's son, man, brown bag money from the north side, man. Toronto, Canada, baby. You already know, man. I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Salute to you, D. Yo, thanks for
You
coming
can
on.
hear me good?
We can hear you perfectly fine, brother.
That's what's up.
Yo, welcome to WVCC Cypher Life Radio. Welcome down to Miami, man. You up in Canada right now?
Yes, sir. Toronto.
Toronto. So is the cold lightening up on you guys, or what's the weather up like?
No, it's nice. It's nice out, man. I don't know. I'll show my. You can. I'm right by the CN Tower. The CN Tower is blowing right now. Raptors just took an L. We're out the playoffs, so unfortunately.
Fuck.
But oh man, all praises to Philly, man. They washed us today by like 30 points.
Holy shit! Damn. That's how you got to come into the interview in Miami, where we're fucking running shit out in the fucking East, dog.
Hey, shout out to the Heat, man. Shout out my dude Lowry. You already know.
Yo, salute to fucking the Miami Heat. They fucking killing shit right now. D man, you're killing shit right now, brother. You are putting out an amount of music that is fucking. I've compared you when talking to people about it to the Flea Lord run of 2 years ago when he was just dropping shit every motherfucking 2 weeks, man. And the Future Wave and Danielson album at the beginning of the year, the Sun Tzu and Wave God. As soon as that dropped on freaking January 1st is when we got it freaking through Paca. And dog, I was there like, this motherfucker dropped one of the hottest albums of the year on the first album of the year. Let motherfuckers breathe, right? And just fucking fantastic work. And now with the Bush Doctor, man, it is honestly my favorite album of the week right now, man. And I'm glad to have you on the show, brother.
Hey, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out my dude Flea Lord, too. Shout out my dude Flea. Shout out Future Wave, my brother. He's got a lot. My dude Future Wave got so much heat dropping. Just wait. He's got a big announcement coming soon. Big artist he's about to drop with. Okay. He's got a tape coming out with Ito soon. So yeah, man. You already know Bush Doctor. Vinyl. There's still a couple vinyl left. That's just going to be dropping May 1st on streaming.
Okay.
You already know my dude Paca, the #1 bootlegger in the game. That's my guy, man. I fuck with Paca. That's my guy.
Paca the Plug is a fucking oasis, man, in the middle of the bullshit. Right, when motherfuckers say there's no good hip hop out there, I just say, yo, go check out Paca the Plug. You'll find everything you need, man.
That's a big fact.
Before we get to the present and the music that you're putting out now, man, and for everybody that's out there, when my man says he's got limited copies of the Wax left, he sold out of the nice freaking cream joints mad quick. But yo, were those even out, man? The week that you dropped the album on Bandcamp, I went to try to cop one of those. That shit was already sold out. So
the label said it. The transparent joint, the Crystal Lake joint that you said that I sold out within a minute. So the label was happy. That's all that matters, bro. And the people like the music. So the people are happy and the label's happy. I'm a happy guy, man.
Bam, bam. Let's take it back to the beginning, man. Born in Canada, born in Toronto.
Yes, sir. Born and raised. Man, I was born in Brampton, which is like 20-minute drive from Toronto. And now I moved to Toronto, downtown. Got a beautiful view. It's dark as fuck out here, but yeah, the CN Tower is changing color. They had it all red for the Raptors, but we just got washed, so now they just changed it to green.
What about they flipped their hat inside out?
Yo, they hit it with the reversible, you know?
What a bad one, the fucking loss was that bad. Man, I found out from watching the interview you did with Mike Powers, man. Fucking fantastic interview. Fucking salute to the brother Mike Powers. He does great work for the independent underground hip hop community. You're of South African descent?
Yeah, my mom's side of the family, South African, yeah.
Something that I would have never guessed, man, and that's crazy. Now, the new single that you just dropped, the one with dude's face on it and the Italian flag.
Maltesanti, Chris Maltesanti from The Sopranos.
Okay, bomb. The Multisanti. So are you? Do you have Italian background also?
No, like maybe like 1/16th on my dad's side. You know, they're a whole mix of Europeans over there. So like I got like a 1/16th, you know?
Wow.
Plus I gained a little bit more Italian from going to North Jersey so much, you know? So you can walk around North Jersey so much until you get a little bit of Italian, you know?
From fucking all the food that you eat and shit and the culture out there, man. That shit sticks to you, man. Any fucking culture you hang out with. You hang out with Dominicans for a while, you're gonna fucking start speaking that Dominican Spanish, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
What was it like growing up in the hip hop scene in Toronto, man? From studying, researching you, you started this freaking pen game early, man. What were you, 11, 12 when you freaking started spitting?
I started recording my own shit when I was like 12. I was like battling and writing raps, text battles and shit like that on the internet. Probably a couple years before that, man. So it's like safe to say like 9, 10. I started writing, and then by I was 12, I was recording my own shit in Cool Edit Pro. So definitely started early, bro. Started early.
You credit a lot of your early battles to Freestyle Fridays on BET and watching
Definitely.
that whole movement. What was that like? What I want to get into is what was it like in your school? Was that middle school, high school for you?
Yeah, middle school, elementary. Yeah.
And you said you guys were battling in your middle school
in grade 8. In grade 8 we were battling because then my dude Cypher Soze, he came to my school in grade 8. Me and him, we've been rocking since I was like 12, 13. My dude Juice and my dude Kid, like we got like an influx of new students and a bunch of rappers, you know. So it only took like a week before we all figured out that we all rap and shit. So then we were battling my dude Nove. Yeah, bro. Every Friday we would battle at school and then go home and watch Freestyle Friday afterwards.
Man, but you guys lived that shit, fucking. Then went home. Ever got into the battle tournaments or battles on stages over beats and shit for prize and shit? How would you rank up on that, man? Because on the Mike Power show, you were on some. Yo, brother, I will take on anybody and shit, freaking calling out Blind Fury and stuff. Salute to Blind Fury. We've had him on the show before, man. We've had also our brother Pounds, man. And that was like a year and a half ago, and he was talking freaking great stuff about you back then, brother. And it's great to, man, today to make it come back around 360 and stuff and to have you here. It's and to see the video that you did with him and Crime Apple, it's just a trip through memory lane for us, man. So what were those early battles like for you, man, and getting your stripes in front of people, man? Not, maybe people think nowadays that it's putting up your song and getting the likes and getting the views and shit. But back in that, the way that MCs get their fucking meat, man, is what can you do in front of a crowd? How can you fucking rock a crowd, man? What was that like for you, brother?
Actually, my first battle, there's a guy, I don't know if you're familiar with King of the Dot.
Yeah, hell yeah.
King of the Dot. The guy who runs King of the Dot is a guy named Organic. He's from out here. My first battle ever on stage was against him.
Oh, get the fuck out of here,
yeah? Yeah. I was like using that was an all ages event. And he already had a big name, you know. I was nobody. And I was the first person to the battle to sign in, and he was the last. So I guess they did the first and the last. That's how they were matching it up. So I battled him first and I won, which was crazy. Oh shit. Yeah, so my first battle ever live I've been battling at bus stops, at school and shit, you know, so I was ready. But yeah, it was crazy. I battled him first and I won. I ended up losing in the second round, but it was like some fucking politics and shit. I got dirty to this day, got done dirty. But it was dope, man. It was dope, bro. It was at this place called the Degrassi House on Queen Street, just not too far from here. I don't even know if that place is still open. But yeah, that place was packed, and that shit just, put me, it just, I knew I was on the right track. The fact that I got a win over like such a big name like Organic. And I mean, he's doing major things now, so.
Just opened up a store out there, right?
Pardon me?
He just opened up a store out there, right? Like a
just around the corner from me, called Ghost Drops. It's literally like I could walk there in 2 minutes. It's a dispensary.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a dispensary. I thought it was like a boutique or some shit.
No, they sell weed in there and shit. I haven't been inside, but I saw the open. It opened like a week ago. It opened like on Easter or like Easter weekend. And yo, the lineup was around the block. They looked like they were
Mm.
like frying fish out there. They had like fucking military Humvees and shit. They looked
Word?
like they were having a good fucking opening party. I was actually in an Uber on the way to my mom's house to go do family shit.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this party going on? I seen Ghost Drop. So yeah, looks like they had a very successful opening day.
The homie LMS from out here, he moved up there to the Saga Bay, right? And he battles out there with what are they called? Bars of Death out there, right? And he was out there at the Ghost Drop. Salute LMS. So from taking it from battling and doing the recordings and putting them up on SoundCloud and stuff, what was the transition like to say, yeah, man, I'm going fucking balls to the walls. This shit, motherfuckers gonna know my name, man. How did you start getting your break in the game? Because you fuck with everybody in. Yo, your name is synonymous with our underground right now. This current renaissance. I mean, you're part of that tapestry. How was it getting into that? Being a young MC, and are you the youngest out of the clique and stuff of everybody that you roll with musically, or how does that?
Well, I mean, from the days that I battled, I was like in 10th grade, maybe I was probably like 15, 16 when I battled Organic. So then, I mean, bro, it was a long haul from there. You know, a lot of work put in. I mean, shit, this underground shit didn't really start to break until like 6, 7 years ago, right?
Mm.
So I was probably like 24, 25 at that point. I started working with Giallo Point, who he had a fan base already, especially in Europe.
Mm.
So, I mean, bro, I have been putting out just tracks, like you said, SoundCloud and shit, a couple music videos here and there on YouTube. And then it wasn't until I started working with Giallo where I kind of started to build up a little bit of buzz. And then with the rest of the Create Division, Fiber Optics, and Vic Grimes in them.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, we were just making the music that we wanted to hear, you know? And then I started like Smooth from the Winners. He was bit like, yo, he had a big buzz back then. And then, bro, that was like, wasn't much after that. I started hearing about Westside Gun and Conway and shit. So yeah, man. And then started working with like my dude Rome Streets. Just a lot of talented. No, Ito actually, my dude Ito was the first person to reach out. He actually reached out to me on SoundCloud, and we put a couple joints together. The first joint was called Dark Shade on Gunner's Cape.
Okay.
And then bro, he put me. I was always a big Vidon fan, bro. I was a big fan of Vado. And then I was fortunate enough, you know, I was blessed that Ito put me on the Omerta tape, and that shit really kind of catapulted shit for me. And so me and Ito, we just, you know, sending tracks back and forth. Me and him, we're about to lock in on a tape, him doing the beats, me on the bars.
Ito's fucking nasty on the beats too, man. A lot of people don't know, but fucking
that's my guy.
Yo, it's crazy because when I heard that, man, that he actually reached out to you and saying he had heard you on SoundCloud, he had heard your SoundCloud joints. He's like, yo, I fucks with your shit. Just for everybody out there that thinks, yo, SoundCloud is dead and stuff. And how long ago was that? That was like
7 years ago.
7 years ago. So it was different. It wasn't as saturated as it is now, right?
Nah. SoundCloud was like the only outlet, you know. Back then, I didn't have anything on like no major streaming platforms or nothing. So it was mostly all SoundCloud when it came to like releasing your music, because I didn't really have no albums back then. I had like a BBM group other than Dat Piff. You know, Dat Piff was like the major shit, you know? That's where I used to go get like listen to all the tapes. And that was back in like the Meek Mills, Flamers days and shit like that. Gucci Mane, Burprint and shit. Dat Piff was the one, you know? So I always was like, yo, I wanted to get some shit on Dat Piff. And then it transitioned to SoundCloud, just dropping singles, you know? And then Giallo was like, yo, let's lock in on the tape. Got Ito on that, on the Dark Shade joint. So yeah, now
you know,
we don't really use SoundCloud as much. You know, I use like Spotify and shit like that now, you know, to release music and shit like that. And then Bandcamp had a major run for a while. Yo, still is having a major run, but we kind of transitioned off of Bandcamp a little bit.
Okay, because I find limited stuff of yours on the Bandcamp, and it's mostly under fuck rap label out of Germany and stuff, right? Different
Shout out
little
fuck rap.
yeah, different little impresses. Salute to Fuck Rap, man. Their fucking discography is great. Um, I was gonna ask you, oh no, I was gonna say, you know, when I first started hearing uh Guile Point's beats and stuff, I thought Paca had misspelled his name, and I was calling him Gallo Pinto forever. I thought he freaking had misplaced the O and the I. And you ever freaking just get into your head that freaking this is how you say it, and every time now you're saying Gallo Point, I'm there like, oh shit, that's Gallo Pinto he's talking about.
Yeah.
Fantastic fucking producer, man. The shit that
Hell yeah.
the shit you did with him on oh, 1 second, man. I got the name of the freaking album right here. The red joint with
Remo.
the
Remo
Remo album.
Gaji.
Yo, fantastic. And to hear you guys together. At that time I was hearing them with just mad people, yo. The shit that he did with Low, with him Low.
Him Low, yeah.
Yeah, the shit he did with the fucking Step on My Fucking Converse, fool and shit, with what's this dude's name? Takes One, I think. Yo, fucking fire ass shit. And then to hear him with you, just a dope ass pair, man. It seems like you've been hooking up with really dope producers, right? Coming up in this, and both of you guys making a name for each other as you come. Because actually, the future wave shit, I started getting into future wave heavy because of the albums he was putting out with you, right? So what's that like, catching, just creating this music now, man, that all you cats got each other's names bubbling like that? Because the same thing with the early shit with Crime Apple. Yo, you're synonymous with the earliest shit that I've heard from Crime Apple. I know he's got shit earlier than that, but when I started picking up on Crime Apple, I remember the first video I saw from Ito was with you in it, and I was there like, yo, who's this whole family, right? Do you guys have a name as a family, or how does that work? It's just freaking y'all just
Yeah, just cats linking up. Just cats linking up. Shout out my dude Crime, bro. That's my bro. Yeah, I was working with Gallo and them, and then I mean, yo, Future Wave. That's my brother. I met Future Wave through the first joint. First time I met Future Wave was through this joint with Bozak Morris called Karate Practice. Future Wave did the mix and master on that. And then this is when I was living in Brampton at the time. He's like, yo, I'm in Brampton too. We should link up. It's like, I got this studio on Saturdays. So I started going to Future Wave studio on Saturdays.
Okay.
And we linked up for like 100 Saturdays in a row, you know, and we put that Pressure Cooker album together just off like the first 20 joints that we made. We cut down, and I can't remember, I think it was like maybe 12 on Pressure Cooker. We linked up like that. And then that was the first time I really got to sit down with a producer and make this shit from scratch. You know what I mean? So I was like, he would be able to go through samples, and I'd be like, yo, this sample sounds dope. And then I'd start writing, and everything was made from scratch. So that was the first time I ever really had that experience of one-on-one with the producer, being there in the studio. Cause I mean, yo, Gallo's from London, England, you know? So
word.
That was,
we in an age where it's all freaking send me the file. I'll freaking jump into my little booth and freaking send you back the waves and stuff, man. So the fact that you guys actually live, and man, that's a rare thing to find. And it seems like most of good music you hear, two people from different regions that happen, because usually you don't have the dope producer just kicking it in your backyard, right? The fact that you guys are in proximity like that, it's something about freaking putting out that energy that attracts like energy, right?
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. And yeah, my dude Finn. I mean, I've been knowing Finn for a long time, but it wasn't until after I was working with Future. Well, Finn, the place I used to stay at called the Rum Bar, my dude Blizz's crib. Shout out my dude Blizz. Finn used to pull up over there all the time because him and Finn and my dude Blizz go back, way back to high school and shit. So Finn would be pulling up once in a while. We would cook up in the basement and shit. But yeah, Future Wave was the one who, I mean, bro, Future Wave is the one, you know, he's the illest producer in the game, in my opinion. One of the hardest working people I know, period. So me and him had, I had a good work ethic. He had a good work ethic. So it was natural, you know, it was a vibe, bro. And yeah, like formed like a brotherhood. And then that kind of created everything, you know, after that. Then me and Finn started locking in, and we did Dirty Dishes, and me and Finn were working on another one right now. Me and Future Wave got some new shit dropping in July. Actually,
Yeah.
me and Future Wave and my dude Scuddy Ranks, who's on the Multisanti joint, we have another single dropping May 1st, same day that the Bush Doctor. May 1st is the 4th year anniversary for Pressure Cooker, so we're gonna give the people a little single then.
Okay.
And I got the Bush Doctor dropping on all streaming. So yeah, bro, it's crazy that it's been 4 years since the Pressure Cooker tape dropped, and it's just been nothing but stacking wins on top of wins since. You know, it's a
Y'all
blessing.
haven't stopped, man. Fucking, you guys are running 2020 right now. How do you connect with Crime Apple to begin with, man? And what's your connection with Jersey?
I've been seeing Crime Apple's name buzzing for a while. He has some joints with Giallo, I believe, and he has some joints. He just has some joints circulating back in the days. He was on a couple big albums that dropped back then. So I saw the buzz that he was generating, and he, you know, one day he hit me up on a DM and on Instagram, and we just started putting joints together. I think the first joint we did was two and a half chickens with rice, some shit like that. And he had been working a lot with one of his guys, Buck Dudley. Shout out my dude Buck. And we had just been stacking up joints, you know, sending files back and forth. And then he was like, that he's putting a show together in Jersey. And I've been rocking with these, like when I was buying a lot of polo and shit, I was buying off my dude, Raph Lauren. And he was like, yo, there's a lot of polo heads that are tapped into my shit. They're called the Ayak. So I had a good little fan base in Jersey. I mean, yo, Crime Apple took Jersey over. So it was good, you know, it was good because the first time I went out to Jersey, it wasn't like I didn't have fans in Jersey already. It was a blessing, you know. So I was able to bring my little fan base over there. All the polo heads showed up. And bro, Crime Apple put that show together at I think it's called Cafe Soul or some shit in Jersey City. And bro, that was like one of the most legendary shows ever, bro. All the big names nowadays was in there. Rome Streets was in there. Uncle John, Sauce Heist, Sadu Gold, Pounds was there. I mean, bro, it's like a who's who. DJ Eclipse pulled up with Rashid Chappelle. So, bro, that was a legendary night, bro. It was a legendary night. Everybody tore it down. Jay Royale, Ill Conscious from Baltimore were there. Shout out my guys. So, yo, that show was just pure heavy hitters, and Crime Apple put that shit together. And bro, and then I started going out to Jersey, you know, once every couple of months, and doing shows and linking with Crime and DJ Brown and Buck Dudley, all the good people out there. So it was a blessing, man. I'm very thankful for Crime for putting that show together and bringing me out there, and that definitely raised my stock in Jersey and just on the East Coast, because there's people from all over at that show, you know.
Yeah, it seems like from there is where you made all these connections. That because I mean your connection with Rome Streets, is that the first time that you linked up with Rome?
That was the first time I met Rome. Me and Rome had a joint already called Foreign Chauffeurs. So
okay, you guys had already done the Foreign Chauffeurs.
We had already recorded it, but I shot the video on that same trip.
Oh,
you know,
dope.
Went to we linked up in Lower East Side and shot a little bit there, and then Rome took us all over Brooklyn. And yo, we shot that video down there. That's produced by my dude Finn. And bro, Rome is like the best fucking tour guide ever, bro. He took us all over Brooklyn, was showing us all the different spots. Like, yo, one of my best memories is just riding around with Rome and him pointing out, like, yo, this is Bobby Shmurda's area, and yo, Jay-Z shot in that shoe store over there. And then he took us to Flatbush. And I went to one of the best, like, I'm big on Caribbean food. Food Toronto has a heavy Caribbean culture out here.
Word.
So like I love Caribbean food. And he took us to this jerk spot called Mandeville Bistro on Flatbush Ave in Flatbush. And I got the jerk salmon there, and that shit.
Salmon?
Jerk salmon, bro. That shit changed my life, bro. Big.
Yo, I've never heard of that shit.
Huge fucking portions, bro, for like $12, you know, you can't go wrong.
Yo, that's the best thing about fucking the Caribbean joints, man. They give you the fucking plates that you're like, all right, where's my family at? This shit's like fucking the old Stouffer's fucking commercials, yo. But the one thing is, like Cubans, we do the oxtail, but we give you the whole bone with the meat and stuff, right? Every time I get a oxtail at a Jamaican joint or at one of the Caribbean joints, they fucking cut that shit up. Bah, 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 bah. So like
Yeah.
every bite that you get has some bone in it, dog. You fucking
Yeah,
picking
you gotta
bones.
be careful. You'll catch a little bit of shrapnel, you know?
Straight
Yeah, you
up.
gotta be careful.
Wow. What do you what's your go-to plate anytime you step into a Jamaican spot?
I mean, jerk chicken, rice and peas, extra oxtail gravy, couple spicy patties. Yeah, man.
Yo, what's the not the fucking the fruit bread. I fucking had fruit bread the other day. I thought it was gonna be bread. But no, it's actually fucking like
Like
apple.
bun and cheese. Like, yeah,
They have these dumplings, man. That you dunk in the oxtail fucking
oh,
gravy and shit. But they're like soft ass breads, man. But they're like dumplings, yo. Never fucking
how
see.
am I forgetting it, man? It is like dumpling. You can get either like boiled dumpling or fried dumpling.
Yeah, it's like a fried
What's the name?
dough sort of and shit. Mom,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
banging,
No,
dog.
I know what you're talking about. It's skipping me right now, but yeah, it's like fried dumpling or boiled dumpling. Yeah, man, they do like the plantain,
Wow.
you know,
Yo, I fucking fuck with the
with the
Caribbean food.
coleslaw, bro. The coleslaw.
Yo, the coleslaw, I love the Jamaican joint because they do it with because we down here have a lot of Haitian Caribbean food and then a lot of Latin American, Central Americans do the different coleslaws, but the Jamaicans do that shit with the cucumbers. That shit gives it like a freaking fresh taste to it. Salute, man. Fucking, I fuck with the Caribbean food all the way.
Hell yeah.
You are, and it's funny that you mentioned the curry salmon, which I never heard before. The other day I had
Jerk salmon.
the
Jerk
jerk
salmon.
salmon. My bad.
Yeah.
You are fucking a professional fisherman.
Not a professional, you know, but yeah, I get busy, man.
Yo,
Hell
anybody
yeah, I
who
get
catches
busy.
a fish like that is a motherfucking professional, dog. Yo, you be
Yo,
fucking holding
I
up some fucking
study.
whoppers, dog.
I study the professionals, you know. I try to learn a couple of tricks in the trade and shit. But hell yeah, man, that's my shit, bro. Every real Canadian, you know, should know how to get busy out there, you know. So hell yeah. I went out there and worked. I was out in the bush. I mean, that's where I got the name the Bush Doctor. I mean, the album cover is an actual picture of me out there. I was out there not last summer, but the summer before. I was out there for like 2 months last summer, but the summer before when COVID first hit and everything was shut down. So I knew touring was off the board. And, you know, I was kind of getting a little bit of burnt out off the music and shit. So I was like, yo, what better time to switch it up? I've been going to this one place to go fishing for like 6 years with my dad called French River Lodge. It's like Northern Ontario. It's about like 4 hours north of Toronto. And I've been going there for so long that I wanted to do is actually the year before October, my birthday is October 1st. So I would always go out there for my birthday. And like the day after that I was leaving from the bush, I had to go to Brooklyn for the Top Shelf premium show, right? And I told the guy, I was like depressed. I didn't want to leave because out there is so beautiful, bro. Like the best times of my life are out there. And I remember the morning, it was like a beautiful morning. The sun was just coming up and shit. I was like, bro, I don't even want to leave. Like if I didn't have to go to Brooklyn tomorrow, I would just stay out here. I told him, man, yo, I'll work for free, bro. I'll work just to be out here. And he's like, yo, I'll take that into consideration. Maybe I'll give you a job next year. So it all worked out. That COVID hit, everything got shut down. And my dude Keith, he hit me up and he was like, yo, you still looking for a job? So I was like, hell yeah, bro. I went out there from June 1st till October 10th. I came back and bro, that's where, bro. I was working at a fishing lodge, driving the boats and shit, you know, being like a little taxi boat driver and shit.
Yo, you got there's something to say, man. I mean, you hear it all the time, and you see people that fucking have to fucking do a job they don't like to fucking pay the bills and keep the lights on and shit, and they fucking suffer in the 9 to 5 and shit. But then there's folks like us, man, that we take a dare, we fucking go against the grain, and we find out how to make a living doing what we love, man. Right, and we're lucky to be able to do that, man. There's not a lot of people that can do that and survive. But what a blessing, man, and what a speaker, what a sign of that we can really manifest our destiny what we want, man. That when shit gets shut down, you still get an opportunity to work and get paid doing what you love and something that brings you peace and something that helps you see things in a different way with a different clarity, man, and give you a different outlook. I know what it's like to get away from the city. I mean, I'm from Miami, live here and shit, but when me and my wife get away, dog, they're like, nah, no fucking amusement parks, no fucking big shit. Let's get out, man. Let's go out to the mountains. Let's go out to fucking waterfalls and shit. Let's see something different and escape this shit because you need that recalibration, bro.
Facts.
When you go out fishing down here in Miami, we do a lot of off the bridge fishing, or of course out in the Keys, we rent the charters and shit. What's it like for you guys out there? Is it lake fishing or fucking what, river fishing and shit?
Yeah, so I was on a major river. So like when I say rivers, like a lot of people like picture like a skinny river, you know, but this was a major river that connects one of the Great Lakes out here, Lake Huron. It connects it to another massive lake. So these are massive rivers, bro. If you're in the middle of the river, you think you're on a lake, bro. It's massive out there. And it's fresh water. You know, we're not by no ocean out here. And yeah, bro, I mean, yo, this largemouth bass, like, you know, Florida is like the king of the largemouth bass, you know? Like my mom lives out in Florida. When I go fishing for bass out there, bro, it's all monsters, you know? We don't, the bass out here don't get as big as in Florida. But yeah, it's like a wide range of species, all freshwater. The prize catch out there is something called a walleye. It's like the best tasting freshwater fish.
Okay.
So out there on the river, it's in like a provincial park, so it's protected and shit like that. And like 75% of the cottages out there are owned by Americans, right? So all those Americans, they come out there to catch the walleye because, bro, that fish it's the best tasting freshwater fish you could get, right? So I was doing like I'm like a bass fisherman, you know. I like fishing in shallow water and shit like that.
Okay.
Fishing top water and shit. So walleye, you gotta fish deep. And yo, the locals out there took me under the wing, showed me how to fish for walleye, which is kind of a little bit more boring for me. But yo, bro, like when I was there, I'm working, and the guests that aren't catching nothing, they're coming up to me like, hey, Danielson, like I need something for dinner tonight. You're gonna catch me a couple walleye. So I go out there, catch some fish for the guests. I had a pet fox out there, so I was catching fish for my little pet fox.
Get the fuck out of here. So that fox that's on the cover is for real?
Yeah, I mean, that fox wasn't on my shoulder in real life, you know, but the island that I was living on, that fox, my boss named her Lucy, and the fox had 2 pups. So yeah, bro, that fox would come into our apartment, watch the Leafs games with us and shit.
Get the fuck out. That's dope as fuck, man.
Yeah, bro, it was cool as fuck, bro. And then I was playing this game, Ghost of Tsushima. You heard of that game? It's like a samurai game, right?
Yeah,
and I guess in Japanese culture, the samurai culture, the fox is like they're like best. That's like their sidekick. You know, they roll with a fox, right? So I was like, yo, son, samurai shit, bro. I was rolling with a fox every single day, you know? So, yo, that fox was dope as fuck, bro. That was one of the coolest experiences of my life. I'd wake up in the morning, the fox would be waiting outside of my apartment. And I had like a little fucking bush apartment. It was, yo, bro, nothing glorious out there, bro. Nothing glorious. It's hard living out there, bro. In the bush is hard living, bro. I learned a lot. Those cats out there would make fun of me, thought that I was soft because I was from the city and shit. So I had to earn my stripes out there, bro. I was a rookie. I had to wash the dishes. I had to do all the dishes, you know? So I had to go and rise the ranks. And yeah, bro, I had this little fox companion riding with me every day. After work, I'd go fishing, and I'd bring home fish for the fox, and she'd be waiting on me at the dock and shit. So yeah, bro, it's dope.
Yo, I don't know if you know the sister Ty Phoenix, really dope female MC. We had her on the show, and she dropped knowledge on it. She's like, you should study or do the research on any animals that seem to cross your path regularly, and something like that. Is that like those are energy companions and stuff, man. The fact that you being out there away from family, away from everything, and life sends you a companion like that, that is fucking
yeah, bro.
fire,
Nothing
man.
but foxes and bald eagles and wolves and bears and rattlesnakes and shit out there, bro. It's dangerous out there, bro. Some apex predators out there, bro. At nighttime, I go to sleep, you hear the wolves howling from the other island and shit. So yeah, bro, it's dope, man. It's a great experience. And then when I came back from that, like 5.5, 6 months later, no music, no recording, you know, barely listening to any music, no cell phone reception, you know what I mean? So I was away from Instagram a lot and away from social media. And bro, I came back ready to get back into the music, you know, and then that time away prolonged my career, you know, because I was getting sick of it. I was getting sick of it, bro. Because like, music is like my full-time job, you know? this is my full-time job. So a lot of late nights, early mornings in the studios and shit like that. That shit'll wear you down. And that switch up came at the perfect time, bro. So I came back ready to roll. And hell yeah, bro, it was a blessing.
What you
It was
drop?
a real blessing.
What you drop after that? And before we get into what project you drop after that, I wanted to make out the point with the Fox. Because of that story, I gained a deeper respect for the album cover, and the same way as when I was watching the Mike Powers interview, I found out that Redman is your favorite MC, and then I was looking at the album cover for Bite the Bullet, and that shit just fucking gave it a new life for me and stuff. With the the remaking of the There Is a Dark Side cover.
There Is a Dark Side.
Yeah, man, fucking.
Hey, yo, that wasn't really planned. You know, that shout out my dude Seppington, crazy talented artist. I don't know if we really spoke about that or if it was planned. I think it just came together like that. It was just another one of those things that just fell right into place, you know, because I mean, we don't really sit around and be like, when I'm with the homies and shit, we don't really sit around no more and be like, yo, who's your favorite rapper and shit. But I was always a big Redman fan, bro. Always. Since the day I heard Muddy Waters and I heard those beats and Eric Sermon beats, Green Eye Bandit beats, that's the day I realized, like, yo, this is the type of music I want to make. Like those Muddy Water beats, those bass lines and shit like that, that like grimy, almost jazzy type shit, you know what I mean? That dark, grimy street jazz. That's like the same shit that I be making, you know, that put me in the direction of being like, yo, this is it. So I was always a big Redman fan, bro. That he's my favorite, bro. He's my favorite, hands down.
I'm waiting. That was 2 years ago, and you spoke it into existence. So I'm waiting for that Danielson and Redman collab to happen. It's gotta fucking happen, right?
Maybe one day, man. I heard he's dropping Muddy Waters too soon, so.
Yeah, that's another maybe one day. So let's see which one happens first: the Danielson and Redman collab or the Muddy Waters too. I'll take either one of them. What album did you drop when you came back from that hiatus, or what album did you start working on when you came back from that?
I think Dirty Dishes. I know that we dropped Bite the Bullet while I was out there. Okay. So that was already recorded and vinyl was already being manufactured and shit. So that got dropped while I was out there. I think I came home and started working on Dirty Dishes. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Me and Finn locked in on Dirty Dishes. I could be wrong. Timeline's a little bit hazy, but yeah, something like that, man. Dirty Dishes. What did me and Future Wave do? I can't really remember. I know I came home and I had a bag of features to knock out and shit like that. Okay. And I know I worked with a couple like feature albums where like I got like a producer would hit me up and be like, yo, I got a bag for you if you want to knock out these 12 joints or whatever.
Okay.
So I know I did a couple of those. My dude Slim One from Italy, I did a tape called Bloodlust with him. And yeah, man, but I think it was Dirty Dishes, bro. I could be wrong, but yeah, Dirty Dishes. I think I got the joint right there on the fucking wall right there. Which one? Yeah, shout out my dude Finn. Dirty Dishes, great album in my opinion.
When did you link up with Future Wave to start working on that Sun Tzu and the Wave God?
Oh man, we had a couple joints in the stash, literally from right when I got back from the bush. I did maybe like 3-4 joints that stood the test of time because I think we locked in December. Okay. And we dropped the tape January 1st. So like most of that tape was done in a month, and then we had a couple joints that was maybe like a year old already. And I think Future Wave remixed a couple of the beats. And like Field Trips with Rome Streets, that my verse was one of the first verses I knocked out when I got back from up north. And but Future Wave changed the beat up and shit. That's one of the best things about Future Wave, bro. That's why he's one of the illest, because he'll take a joint that we did, and could be a year old, and he'll be like, yo, I was just fucking around with the session. He's like, yo, I made a new beat for this verse you did a year ago, and it bring the track back to life, like it's brand new. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Even some of those joints, I think that there's a joint on the tape called Stove Dance, which is 2 beats in one, right?
Okay.
And so I recorded the joint. That's one of the newer joints. And Future Wave sends me like 3 different versions of the joint, right? He's like, yo, which beat do you like better? I was like, yo, these
Fuck,
two are
man.
crazy. I was like, yo, if we can find a way to start it off slow with this beat, and halfway through you bring the drums in and you got this kind of heavy hitting joint. So, bro, that guy he finds a way to glitch shit up like no producer can glitch it up. You know what I mean?
Yo, that is fucking fantastic. Some producers are fucking, you have a hard time with them fucking dropping the beat out in some places and fucking doing something
Oh,
to it after they send you the beat.
bro, like I come from the battle days, right? So anytime you got a sick bar, you gotta drop the beat on
Yes,
that shit to
man.
give it maximum effect, you know?
Wow.
So
But you got a fucking
Future
producer.
Wave,
You got a producer who's making fucking 3 different versions and giving you fucking options and shit. You're like, fuck, don't make it harder for me.
yo, that's why he's the best, bro. And
Wow.
and it's not like he just makes the beats, you know, he mixes the vocals, he does the master. He's got a lot to do with the art direction, you know, he's just a genius, bro. And he's the hardest working dude I know. So
Yo, people at
yo,
home.
wait till you see the year that this guy's about to have. Like we started off with Sun Tzu, then he dropped Hell Sweet Home with my dude 360. Him and 360 go back to like high school. Those guys were like best friends since high school.
Okay.
And then me and 360 and Future Wave, we got a tape dropping in July called As the Crow Flies. And then Future Wave got joint with Ito locked in. And then after that, watch what happens, bro. Because I know what's happening, but I can't say nothing.
Everybody out
wait
there,
till
fucking
you see the
follow
artist.
Future Wave on IG. Follow him on Twitter. Yo,
wait till you see the artist he's locked in with, bro. So I can't wait for these guys to announce it because I know the people are gonna go crazy. And yeah, bro. Shout out to Fuck Rap, bro. That's all I can say. Shout out to Fuck Rap. They're making great things happen. And I'm excited to see Future Wave because Future Wave stock is here and it's about to go through the roof, bro. It's about to go through the roof.
How'd y'all link with Fuck Rap out in Germany?
Well, yo, Fuck Rap initially did the Remo Gaji cassette way back.
Okay.
Way back in the days, right? When they were, I don't really know their history prior to that. I know that they were doing shit, you know, but that was when vinyl was brand new, bro. Like the vinyl game was brand new. Tough Kong ended up doing the Remo Gaji vinyl. And then Fuck Rap picked up the cassette. And then it was Future Wave. I think it was Future Wave and Rome Streets Head Crack. If I might be mistaken on that, but they picked up a Future Wave tape, and then they just kept cycling back and be like, yo, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? So yeah, bro. And I mean, they're doing a lot of the big projects out right now. They just did V-Don and Sauce Heist, Minority Report, and big things. They're doing the Omerta repress, V-Don and Ito, which is one of my personal favorite tapes of all time. So Fuck Rap is doing big things, bro. And the people that handle the business side over at Fuck Rap are great dudes. And it's always a great process working with those guys.
Oh man, bomb. Everybody, Fuck Rap on Bandcamp is what we're talking about. How do they spell it? It's like FXCK, right?
FXCKRXP.
P and stuff on Bandcamp. Get that shit on your favorites, so when your Bandcamp Friday comes, the MC can get all the dough. How did the Bush Doctor concept come up? That's one album that's a lot of different producers tapping in. Who do you have producing on that joint?
So that Fuck Rap, I mean Fuck Rap did the Bush Doctor tape. They picked it up. And they really put that shit together, bro. It started out, I was in Winnipeg, which is like out west in Canada. And I did a joint called Born Alone. I was out there for like a weekend. I went and did a show. And then we linked up with this producer, BBS Steve. He had a studio out there. And he was like, yo, while you're out here, like pull up to the studio anytime, you know? And so we were going through some beats and we knocked out a joint and a video. And then years later, Fuck Rap hit me up and was like, yo, is this Born Alone joint on any project? So I was like, nah, it's just there, you know, it's a single. So he's like, yo, I want to craft the album around this. He's like, how much more unreleased shit you got? I was like, yo, bro. I sent the man like a folder of like 50 unreleased joints, right? And he pretty much handpicked that shit, bro. He handpicked all the joints.
Get the fuck out of
here. Yeah. So I mean, that Cartel Wheels joint with Ito is like the second or third joint we made in like 2017, right?
Get the fuck out of here. Oh shit, that shit is so
right
fire,
pop
man.
Porsches. Ragtop Porsches with my dude Vic Grimes. That was like the second joint we ever made. I remember like when I first started talking with Vic, same with Giallo, all them, like the first 4 beats I bought off of those guys. I purchased. And then after Giallo, I caught the first 4 joints. Vic, I caught the first 4, and then Fiber Optics. And then after that, because they were already a production team called Crate Division.
Okay.
And then they were like,
oh, shit, they're Crate Division?
Yeah, Vic Grimes started Crate Division, him and Giallo, and then Fiber Optics. And then I was like the MC, you know?
Okay.
So, and then they were like, yo, like, fuck buying beats. Like, let's just make shit as a team, you know, and put it out. And so Ragtop Porsches was like one of the first 4 tracks I ever made with Vic Grimes. I bought that beat off of him. And like Manpower with Fiber Optics. Like, bro, some of those joints are going back 2016, 2017. And then like some of the newer joints, like Voodoo Lady with my dude SD Nat. And like the 3 Wino Willie tracks, there's 3 tracks on there produced by my dude Wino Willie from New Orleans. Those are the 3 newest tracks, and those are probably like at least 8 months old.
Okay.
So those were all in my unreleased folder, and I sent it to Fuck Rap, and he picked 14 joints, and they made. And then I always had the idea for Bush Doctor while I was out there in the bush. I was like, yo, I got to make a tape called Bush Doctor. So yeah, bro, that's how it came about, man. They pretty much handpicked that shit. They chose which. We kind of went back and forth on the sequencing of what track will come after what, but the label was like, I like this sequence, and I went through it, and I was like, yeah, this is the one. So they picked the sequence in. They asked for me to send a bunch of pictures from when I was out there. They did the artwork. My dude RDRB, the illest artwork dude in the game right now. He put the album art together. Incredible job. He did the Sun Tzu Wave God art. He did the House Sweet Home art. He did the Maltasanti single artwork. Bro, that shit. Guy is an absolute genius. Shout out to him. He's from Germany as well.
And that Sun Tzu joint, he drew that joint?
He didn't draw it, but he has like access to like royalty-free images and shit like that. You know those artwork dudes, they got a plug somewhere on getting shit, you know?
Word.
So
isn't there a fox in that shit too?
I don't know what he did with the fox, bro. I don't know if he drew the fox in there. I don't know how he glitched that fox onto my shoulders like that. And like in the original picture, I'm holding a fishing rod, but he like made it like a little rifle, hunting rifle and shit.
Word.
That guy's a fucking genius, bro. So yeah, man. Shout out to RDRB. We got some prints coming soon. We're gonna be selling some prints of the Maltasanti artwork. And yeah, bro, look forward to more collaborations on the artistic side between Future Wave, myself. I'm pretty sure he's like Fuck Rap's in-house design guy. So
okay.
I was talking to him on the phone the other day on FaceTime. And he's like, yo, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but he's like, yo, he's doing designs for Aston Martin and shit, bro. I was like, bro, you doing graphic design for Aston Martin, bro? So that's the level that this guy is at, bro.
Wow. Yo, so now I understand why the homie Daniel hits me up. He's like, yo, brother, you think you can send me just the image of like the flyer for your show? That flyer that you made for me, I'm not feeling it much. I'm like, oh, my bad.
yo, it is like, I mean, yo, no,
not at all, brother. I made that shit at like 4 o'clock in the morning today when I fucking first woke up for bed. I mean, for work and shit. I was like, I gotta start promoting the fucking shit for tonight. And I made that joint. And but dog, you're fucking with dudes that are doing graphic design work for Aston Martin. I can understand, brother.
Yo, I remember my dude Fiber Optics back in the days when he was doing a lot of the art, and he was doing artwork for Jameson Whiskey. So it's like, yo, if I could give any advice to like an artist, upcoming artist or whatever, invest in your artwork, bro. Because, yo, when it came to like, yo, Chris B. Murray, he did the gorgeous Polo Sportsman cover for Future Wave and my dude Raz Fresco.
Yo, fantastic cover, yo, come on.
One of the illest covers ever.
I actually and such a fucking great play, man. They knew they had that fucking great cover, and they said, we're selling limited copies of this shit, and you ain't hearing that. Yo, that shit didn't drop on YouTube for like a year, right? They had on their Bandcamp, they're like, we're gonna sell this wax and shit. Either get that, and I think they only had like 2 songs to play off of the album. They played it fucking real close, and that's how you gotta do, man. I was dying to hear that album. just because the album cover fucking was so fire, man.
Because yo, if you put the shit out too early, my man Pac's gonna snipe that
It's
shit. It'll
true,
be on,
yo. I mean,
it'll
like,
be on YouTube.
I kept fucking looking for it on podcasts. Everybody's, and that shit was never out there, man. They played that shit real close to the cuff. Salute to those brothers. The other album cover that's crazy, that I think it's the same dude who did it. That it's by your man Hassan Eastwood. The joint where they're in the car and he's driving with the fucking tree trunk bazooka with the
I
bird.
think that joint called 98 more miles. A-Sun, my dude Mav from the Clock. Shout out the Clock. Those are my bros. And yeah, Sibs. I believe it was Sibs and the Gold Era homies. But yeah, that was Chris B. Murray. So what I was saying is like, yo, invest in your artwork because yo, a Chris B. Murray cover is not cheap. When we got Seppington to do the bite the bullet artwork, that was not cheap. So it's like, yo, when these talented art designers and these illustrators, they hit you with a bag. Like it's not no $200 shit. You know what I mean? It's racks. So once you get to that place, I mean, whatever your budget is, but now like, yo, thankfully the vinyl sells real well and shit. So we're able to invest and then know it. Cause yo, if you have a sick cover, bro, your vinyl is going to sell way faster. And people who have never heard of you are going to see your shit on Paca or whatever. They might come across your Instagram and might get shared in someone's story. And they're going to be like, yo, this artwork is incredible. Like, what is this? So like good artwork that pops is so important for trying to get your music out there, bro. Like nothing will kill like a show flyer or whatever. Nothing will kill a talented lineup worse than bad artworap, you know? Because bro, especially for me, man, I don't really listen to music like that, like rappers and shit like that. But if I see a rapper with some whack artwork, it's 100% guarantee I'm not listening to that shit, bro. Because if you don't care about your artwork, you don't care about your presentation, your rollout, if you don't care about how your videos look, like how much do you really care about how your music sounds? You know what I mean? So it all goes hand in hand, bro. It's you want to be you want everything to be on a certain level, you know. And yo, Future Wave had a lot to do with quality control with the artwork. And I mean, yo, I was blessed to be working with talented people like Fiber Optics. He did the Remo Gaji and the Division Rivals and all that early Crate Division shit. Okay. One of the best fucking artworks ever is a little known tape that I have called Parisian Connections 2, where my dude Fiber Optics. And it's like a crossword puzzle. And that's one of the illest artworks. A lot of people haven't heard that tape. Parisian Connections 1 and 2, the Fiber Optics and me are on the bars, and then the Crate Division teams on the beats. Okay. But that artwork was incredible. So I was always fortunate to be working with talented graphic designers. But Future Wave, when it came to putting it on physical, like doing the spine of a CD, jewel case and shit, that was completely foreign to me. So Future Wave had a lot to do with the artistic direction and the quality control and seeking out these fucking artists and people I had never heard of. And shout out to Future Wave for that, man. I owe him a lot when it comes to like artistic art, like the art direction when it comes to the physicals.
I think it was one of your earlier albums, one of the first albums that I saw with like the little side strip for freaking in Oriental freaking writing and stuff. Right, I think it was one of the earlier joints. I didn't get to it in the beginning of it and stuff, but Danielson, can you tell the people at home who your uncle Dan is and how you got the name Danielson?
Oh yeah, my uncle Terrence, my mom's side, my South African uncle. Just ever since I was a little kid, he would, because my actual name is Daniel, so he would always I'd walk in the room, he'd be like, oh, Danielson, you know. So Karate Kid, I guess, was booming back then. So my nickname was always Danielson. You know, my old rap name, I used to have the worst rap name ever, which was Disable. So, but I always had a bar. I always had a bar for battles. Like, yo, when you go into like a freestyle battle or whatever, like you already have bars written, you know, because in case your freestyles aren't hitting, you fall back on your pre-writtens, right? So I always had this corny ass bar, but it would always hit. It was like Disable, able did this. I disabled your chick when I gave it a. So you know, my name was Disable back then. And then one day I was like, bro, this name is so fucking whack. So I was like, yo, what's a good name? I was just like, yo, Danielson. That's been my nickname my whole life. So shout out to my Uncle Terry, man. He's tapped in with the music and all my little cousins is tapped in and shit. So it's dope, bro. I used to I used to be embarrassed when I was a little kid rapping and shit. My mom, we'd be at the family functions and shit, like, because my uncle Terrence's wife, my auntie Lorraine, is Jamaican, so I got
Okay.
pure Jamaicans married in. So I'd be like me, my brother, and my sister, we'd be the only white kids at the family function, right? And my mom would be like, and I have a lot of musicians in my family. And my uncle Danny, he's from Harlem. He owned a record label called Bulletproof Records, and they did reggae and shit like that. So he had a studio. And my mom would be like, "Oh yeah, you know Daniel raps," and like my face would go red and shit. I'd be embarrassed.
Like, he's not white. He's not white. Go rap for him, Daniel. Rap for him.
Yeah, you know. So now it's like came full circle. And it's a family event, and the family's proud and shit. So it's a beautiful thing. You know?
Oh, yo, but fucking you come from a musical family, and now you're fucking pumping out music and freaking still pumping out music for the family. I have my man Brutus Maximus of Raw Side Hip Hop. Salute Raw Side Hip Hop out in Australia. He dropped a question earlier. He asked me to ask you when Cobra Kai came back out on Netflix, did that drive some Google views at you, some extra hits your way?
Oh, maybe, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I never got tapped in with that, but yo, you know what almost killed my career was when 2 Chainz dropped shit called Daniel's Son, the Necklace Don. He had an album called Daniel's Son, the Necklace Don. So anytime you would search my name, like whatever year that dropped, only 2 Chainz shit would come up. So I almost had to change my name again, bro.
What is there another Daniel Son in Europe or something? Or is it there is, right?
Yeah. Me and that guy used to be cool too, bro. I used to allow him, be like, yeah, who gives a fuck if you have the same name type shit. Then the man, I guess like my stock kind of started rising a little bit or whatever. And I guess like my fans would like go over to his shit and be like, yo, you're not the real Daniel Son.
Wait, Daniel, change your name, fucking spider.
He started getting mad and he made like a little diss track against me.
Get the fuck out of here,
yeah? Yeah, he's whack, bro. But it is what it is. You know, I let him live. One day I'm gonna go to UK one day and I'll be like, yo, son, you know you gotta switch your name.
It's time to come up off that name, brother. Poke him to his fucking face.
He's mad at my fans because my fans are like, every time he drops a joint, they won't let him live, you know?
Yo, I started believing that it was on some fucking Mandela effect shit because I can't find him anymore. I know a couple times I saw him and I had posted a song by him one time thinking it was you, and somebody's there like, nah, joke's on you. You heard a Biden ass crew, cousin. Right? Freaking I was like, they're like, nah, that's the Danielson from over in Europe.
Oh, he hates that shit. Because his IG is like Daniel's Son Music or something, right? So people that don't know my IG, this BBM, they tag him and then he's on the comments all the time. Stop tagging me and shit.
He your motherfucking name, B.
Yo, he hates it. So
with your connection with Fuck Rap being out in Germany, with so many connects that we got out in Europe now, man. Any prospects for fucking touring overseas?
Oh, definitely. Canada right now, we have a vaccine mandate to get on the flights, you know, and
Heard?
I mean, I don't with the vaccine, whether you got it or not, I don't have it personally. I don't really give a fuck, you know what I mean? If you got it or not, I don't, and you need it to get on a plane right now. So I have all these like Stavanger, Norway, and of course like all over the UK, Germany, France, Italy, Greece. Like I got all these promoters that are like, yo, whenever you're good and you can press the green button, like we'll just give us a month or two in advance. So I got like a whole European tour on hold right now for whenever they drop that vaccine mandate to get on a flight. And same with the States, you know, can't wait to come out there to Miami, politic with you and, you know, go fishing out there, bro. And I can't wait, man. My mom lives in Fort Myers.
Okay, so, right there, B.
Yeah, you know, so I can't wait. I haven't gotten on a plane in, I think the last time I was on a plane was to go to New Orleans to check my dude Ben, OG Music Man. He's got a new label distribution service called One Logic. Go follow that. They're doing the repress of my dude Mooch, Heroin Farms. Shout out my dude Mooch. That's like one of my best pals in this music shit. You know, in this music shit, you can't really make too many friends. And that's like one of my friends, Riggs and Rob Gates and Mav, the whole cloth. You know, I used to go to Rochester like once because Rochester is a 3-hour drive from Toronto. You know?
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask, man. How is it that you have that connection with Rochester? Because seems like you connected with everybody that's in the game from up in that area.
Yeah, man. I don't really know the exact timeline. I know me and Riggs, we connected on a joint on a Camouflage Monk beat, but then my dude Soze, he dropped the tape and he had Riggs on that tape, and they went out to Rochester and they shot the video. My dude Family Gang Black is from Rochester. So they went out there and they linked with him, and then Riggs came out here. We shot a video in Toronto. And then we're just like, he's like, yo, bro, the drive really isn't that bad. Like, we got a studio, like, yo, you're welcome anytime. And bro, that set it off. Like every 2-3 weeks, I'd be driving out to Rochester. Anytime I would go to New York City on the drive back, I would always stop in Rochester. So, yo, we went out there and recorded a lot of shit, bro. Like I was really driving out there every 2-3 weeks, taking some of the homies, Future Wave, yeah, bro. That's how Future Wave and Mooch, they connected on a tape called Boss Sauce, which is another one of my personal favorite joints.
Okay.
And yeah, bro, Rochester is a grimy city, bro, but I love it out there. I love it.
I wanted to ask you about that, man, and we'll wrap up the interview with this question because I got an air from what you write and stuff put out, the pictures that you paint, also with what you were saying on our interview. We think here, I know us in the States, we think Canada, oh, that's the nice United States, right? That's fucking where healthcare is free, where they leave the fucking doors unlocked, where gun violence isn't a problem, where fucking people are still nice. I work in the medical industry. We work a lot with Canada. Freaking, I know all the provinces and shit, right? And when I get a Canadian freaking facility call me, those people are much nicer to talk to. I'm like, yo, even though it's cold up there, and I always used to think people up north are fucking assholes because you have to be an asshole when you fucking living with cold for half of the year, dog. That shit makes you bitter as fuck, right? But it doesn't seem to affect the Canadians like that. But when you talk about Toronto, at least in the Mike Powers, I don't know if that was just 2 years ago, but you were describing it as something that's palpable, man, as a dark cloud over Toronto, right? And I would also say when I was thinking, I'm like, man, before New York used to be a place that, yo, New York is grimy, Jersey's grimy, but it seems to have left the city and gone up to Rochester, which is on the outskirts of the state and stuff. What would you attribute that to things getting freaking, I don't know if to say dark or fucking grimier or just that's not something that's hip hop, man. That's real life out there, man. Fucking society fucking crumbling down, freaking morals being lost. You the first song on the Bush Doctor, you talk about freaking you can't find a peace when every youngin's got a piece, right? And there's fucking and the police presence increase, fucking every this, and they make it harder for a hustler to fucking feed children, man, because yo, you're getting stuck up just trying to fucking do your work, and the fucking cops fucking with you. What would you attribute and you growing up in it and seeing how you has it always been like that where you see? Because I'm sure the Caribbean people that moved up to Toronto too, they moved up there for a different type of life that wasn't that hard city life, man. And to see it now spreading into these areas, what can you attest that to?
It's like what you said, bro. You like society crumbling, you know, and bro, the youth these days are angry, and yo, the music that's out there promotes the gang culture, the gun culture, and yo, I mean, yo, Toronto's a mega city, you know, so Toronto has always had its issues. Toronto's always had its issues. Like when I talk to like the OGs and shit, they be like, bro, like shit was worse in the '90s. You know what I mean? Shit's just more, the information is just more easily accessible, you know? But I mean, yo, Toronto's like anywhere, bro. It's got its nice parts. It's got its parts that you don't want to be over there if you don't know nobody. That's like anywhere, you know? But I mean, yo, Toronto's got his grimy shit, but like at the same time, like when I go to Rochester, when I'm in Brooklyn, when I go to New Orleans, you know, it's yo, the States. I mean, yo, the States is like the biggest producer of guns in the fucking world. You know what I mean? But bro, there's a heavy stream of those coming across our border up north. You know, and there's an increasing demand for it out here. So, like you said, man, society crumbling. The youth are angry, and they got something to prove. And I think that's just what it is, bro. But yo, when I say like what you're saying, yo, Rochester, bro, yo, my dude, that is a different place. Some of the grimiest shit I ever seen, bro. I got attacked by a pit bull out in Rochester shooting a
What the
fucking
fuck,
music
G?
video, bro. So, especially them cloth boys, man. They hey, go take a walk with those guys around Rochester, bro. If you haven't been to Rochester, that's not somewhere you want to be, bro. When I got attacked by the pit bull, it was Labor Day Monday. We are coming back from New York City. Stopped out there to shoot more grab a video with my dude Riggs and Rob Gates.
Okay.
And yo, like I said, it was Labor Day Monday, so everybody's barbecuing. We're in the hood, bro. I'm the only white dude. And we got there in the daytime, and bro, it started to get dark out there. And yo, Riggs was like, yo, I gotta be out. Rob Gates is like, yo, I gotta be out. So we're like in the hood in this place called Cuba Place, and it's me, my dude Mercenary, who's got like $15,000 worth of camera equipment and shit. And bro, we just look around, and it's just me and him and Mercenary's dude Swerve, and like all the Rochester locals, Labor Day Monday. And we'll be like, bro, we gotta get the fuck out of here right
Before
now.
the fucking beer starts hitting, dog. Shit.
But yo, I mean, bro, New York City, like yo, Brooklyn. I see North Jersey, bro. We almost got robbed twice in 30 minutes.
How did you almost get robbed twice in 30 minutes, man? I wanted to fucking
wrong place at the wrong time, man.
And turn a corner and then another motherfucker.
It started at a bar. It was the Dunk Off. We were at this one bar, and yo, we were deep, bro. I was with like Michelangelo. Me and Michelangelo got a 7-inch vinyl dropping tomorrow on Michelangelo's Bandcamp called Ocean and 26. A couple joints on there that we did a while ago, but it's just releasing tomorrow. So go get that. Yo, we were deep, bro. Like we were with a bunch of the Jersey locals and like my dude Michelangelo from Boston. We were all at this bar watching the Dunk Off. And bro, I walked outside and there was like this Jersey cat, this dreadhead dude. And I was like, yo, he had some fresh ass Air Maxes on. I was like, yo, my dude, those some fresh Air Maxes. He looks at me, he's like, these are fucking Jordans. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, those are clearly some Air Maxes, you know? And like just that little comment, bro. Next thing I know, his people all squatted up. Our people that we were with all squatted up, and it was like like an old Western standoff.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, they kind of ran us off the corner, you know? They're like, yo, get the fuck out of here. So we're like, all right, yo, like, shit, bro. I go out there, I ain't got no healthcare and shit. So I was like, yo, bro, we out. Like, all right, man. Yo, and then like 20 minutes later, we're going back. There's this place called White Manor. It's like a burger spot, 24-hour burger spot out there, right? Every time we're out there, we go there like 3 a.m. when we're coming back across the tunnel from New York at late studio video shoots or whatever. Well, I was like, yo, let's stop at White Manor, you know? We always got like one designated driver, but everybody else has been enjoying, you know, so some beverages and shit. So that's a perfect spot to kill the buzz. And yo, I walk up and White Manor is closed. And there's this one dude walking back. And I guess he had headphones in, earpods in or whatever. And I'm like, yo, bro, the spot's closed. And the man just looks at me and walks off. And like 20 seconds later, this car pulls out, dudes hop out. And I was like, yo, what the fuck did you say to me? I'm like, yo, bro, I was asking you if the spot was closed. And then, yo, you can see the one guy that was with him had some sense. He was like, that's all he said? That's all he said? And the man's like, you see them keep going back and forth to the car like they're about to get the hammer from the whip. And I was like, yo, bro, we're asking if the spot was closed, man. Like, yo, like, please, bro,
we just want some fucking late night burgers,
dog. Police are over on the corner and shit. We're like, yo, is it about to go down? Like, bro, we just escaped the near situation. We just walked ourselves into another one. So, yeah, man, Jersey City's another one, bro. It's another spot, man. After it gets dark out there, bro, you definitely got to know some people out there.
Wow. That's the word, boys and girls. Fucking don't go out and check fucking when you're going on tour, man. Fucking make sure you fucking rolling with people. Daniel, so what you got coming up next, man? Where can they keep track of you and make sure that they tapped in with everything you dropping?
So yo, May 1st, Bush Doctor on all streaming. There's still a couple of the black color variant of the vinyl if you haven't got one yet, and CDs over at fuckrap.com, also on their Bandcamp. May 1st, streaming for that. me and Future Wave and my dude Scuddy Ranks, we also have a single drop in called Melted Canvas, produced by Future Wave, which is crazy. That's gonna drop on all streaming.
Okay.
July, we got a tape called As the Crow Flies, fully produced by Future Wave. Me and him at 360. Vinyl will be available and shipping immediately sometime in July.
Oh.
And Sun Tzu and the Wave God vinyl dropping in June. I can't say who we're waiting to do the announcement. It's a hint. It's like the biggest underground label in the game. So I'll let you guys determine who that may or may not be. They did a lot of West Side Gun shit back in the days and Makami shit. So I don't know if that gives it away, but I can't officially say. That's dropping in June. July, As the Crow Flies. Yeah, man. That's for the next couple months. And then, Future Wave is about to go through the roof with his shit. I can't say nothing about that, but watch Future Wave's channel for all of that. And yeah, man, me and Finn are locked in on another tape. It's just gonna keep rolling, bro.
If we may, man, we got the Hip Hop Lifers group from Facebook. Salute to the Hip Hop Lifers, a fucking huge group of hip hop heads, and the homie Lyrics, he's from up there in Canada.
Lyrics,
yo, freaking
with the eye patch.
No, Lyrics. He goes by Lyrics DMC, I think. Right,
okay,
and
different guy.
Yeah, different cat. Probably. But he wanted to know if there's ever a chance that we might hear a project with you and the Massachusetts mercenary fucking ST Knack and Gal Point on the beats, man. He said like that would be the best album ever, yo.
Yo, ST Knack is one of my personal favorites. Me and him have kicked it many times. That guy's one of the most hilarious guys. That guy is just a natural, funny guy, bro. One of the illest rappers that I've ever heard. Definitely one of the illest on stage. If you ever have a chance to go see a ST Knack show, doesn't matter how much the tickets cost. Doesn't matter if he's opening for a mate. Yo, go for ST Knack. He's one of the illest. I can't guarantee a project. He's a busy guy too, but you never know, man. As soon as these borders open up and I'm gonna be all over the States for extended periods of time, I'd love to go out there to Lynn, shout out to Lynn, Massachusetts.
Yes.
And shout out my dude ST Knack, man. We have a lot of joints that we've done, a lot of joints in the future on the horizon. So who knows, Shout out my dude Giallo, though. We're cooking up. And yeah, man, that's all I can say about that.
Well, we're gonna stay tapped in, man. Dexter Price, freaking shout out to you, brother, man, for the questions. My brother, thank you so very much for taking the time with us. I'm gonna take us out with one last joint off your new album. I think I'm gonna play the Voodoo Lady with ST Knack and stuff. I love the freaking what you guys do with the sample and the tempo on that shit. It's sort of trappy and stuff. For everybody out there, if you guys want more information, man, the Mike Powers interview is a fantastic interview. Find out how my man fucking snuffed a nigga who freaking tried to shoot him at a freaking concert and stuff. Yo, that's fucking
That's the one thing I didn't really like. The one thing, shout out my dude Mike Powers, but I think we talked about that for like 1 minute and then he made that the headline. That actually caused some issues for me with some people. So
word, okay.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Powers though. And yeah, man. You already know, bro. I appreciate you having me for the interview. I look forward to coming out to Miami and linking with you. Man. You show me where the good food spots are at and shit. We'll go fishing and all that. We'll go
out there fishing in the fucking Keys, man. Fucking, we'll do it up while you out here, brother. You definitely got to take the 2-hour drive down. We'll set you up with a dope show. We'll make sure we break some bread out here. Do me a favor, man. If you could just tell the people at home, just let them know who you are and let them know you rock with WVCC. Saif Life. You do that for us?
Hey, man. You already know. Danielson, Brown Bag Money. WVCC Radio, Saif Life. I appreciate you guys having me. You already know, man. When I come out to Miami, we're linking up, bro.
I'm bound. Yo, thank you so very much, Daniel son. Yo, we're gonna play this Voodoo Lady. Hermano, you have a great weekend, okay?
Peace, my brother. Peace.
Be good, brother. Bless.